uneven bars here at the Antalya World Cup. So the contenders for the women's uneven bars, 2 Chinese athletes, 2 United States of American athletes as well. And 3 of those 4 are the ones that we need to look out for. Yang Fanyuwei from People's Republic of China led qualification with a 14.8 dead. Teammate Tian Zhuo Fan second with 14.233. Claire Pease, who we've already seen on the vault, 16-year-old Hawaiian, third, but some way back at 13.5. We get 2 of the top 3 qualifiers going through in the first rotation, including both the Chinese athletes. Not the cleanest dismount there for Yang Fanyuwei. Also out in the first rotation we'll have Lucia Hribar, the Olympian from Slovenia, whose brother has already taken a medal in this section, wearing 252. Going through her warm-up rituals. Fourth out will be Nazli Savran-Bashi, the athlete from Turkey, who's competed at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. She's 5th on the uneven bars at the Baku World Cup. Silver for Hribar here in Baku. So she'll be looking to challenge. Number of elements the coaches are looking out for. The judges will be scoring. Swingfulness. Is it crisp, pretty, silky? Does it look nice or is it laboured? Don't want any stops, falls or hesitations. They're no-nos. Extension of the legs is going to get you good scores. Angles. Where do the gymnasts finish their pirouettes? Close to 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock? They're not there or thereabouts, they'll get deductions. And then we're looking out for combinations and then the transitions between the bars, of course. Nazli Savran-Bashi, the Turkey athlete, just waiting for the apparatus to be secured before she goes through her warm-up. It's a question really of can any of the contenders here challenge the 2 Chinese athletes. Severin Bashi scored a 12.967 in qualification. Can she get that mark up? She's going to need to. A beautiful display of flow and elegance combined with incredible athleticism. The women's uneven bars are ready to thrill us here in Antalya at the third World Cup of the season. But first out from Yunnan, the 20-year-old from the People's Republic of China, Yang Fan Yu Wei. Making her World Cup debut, qualified first at the 2024 Antalya World Challenge Cup. Finished 6th here last year. The event's been upgraded to a World Cup. And Yang is going to get the action underway. So Fang ready to begin the women's uneven bars here at the Antalya World Cup. The competition begins. Remember, we're looking for smooth transitions, solid rotations. The aesthetic elements tell a big story when it comes to this particular piece of apparatus. Wow, it's a solid start. You have to say, Yang Fan Yu Wei, whilst we have no benchmark at the moment, provided us with a routine of beauty and smoothness, accuracy. Very little to criticize there. Is the difficulty rating as high as her 6.6 in qualification? She ended up with a 14.8. The pleasure of looking back at it. So next out, Lucia Riba, Olympian from Paris, specialist in the uneven bars. Silver at the last World Cup. She's going for gold here in Antalya. Again, it comes down to this difficulty level. Had a difficulty of 5 through qualification, execution mark of 8.06. Not the highest, but certainly not the lowest. And it's only good enough for second place at the moment at 12.934. Not enough to topple Yang from the top. Second of our Chinese contenders now, Tian Zhou-Fan, just 16 years old, making her first international outing here in Antalya. So Tian Zhou-Fan targeting her teammates' benchmark at the top of the order in the women's uneven bars. Beautiful reverse transition through to the higher bar there for the 16-year-old. Just a little corrective step at the end. Coach happy with Tian's performance. And for sure the People's Republic of China will be targeting the top 2 spots in this women's uneven bars competition. Transition back from the low bar to the high bar was particularly nice to watch. Not quite up at 12 o'clock. That was the transition that was absolutely stunning. And the dismount pretty good. Just that little corrective step. Well, quite a big corrective step, I should say. so only enough for second place at the moment. But 13.867 is a little bit of a drop from the 14.233 that she got in qualification. Now Turkia's Nazli Savranbashi, 5th at the last World Cup on the uneven bars. She has taken gold in the uneven bars here in Turkey, in Mersin in 2019, when the World Challenge Cup was held there. '20 Turkish all-around champion. Looks calm and steady. Big step on the dismount, but pretty nice from Savranbashi. That could be enough to move her up into third. That'll be after the first rotation. We still have Pease and Yang for the United States to come out, along with Sij and Guerra from Hungary and Mexico. They begin their warm-ups. We take a look back at Savranbashi's performance on home soil. The Olympic rings, testament to her appearance at the delayed Olympic Games of Tokyo 2020. Different experience that would have been for this Turkiya athlete compared to competing here on home soil in Antalya. Empty stadiums there in Tokyo, certainly not the case here in Antalya. .934 the score to beat to get onto the provisional podium. And it's not quite enough. So medal prospects gone for Nazli Savranbashi in the women's uneven bars. Jayla Hank just going through her final preparations as she will go in the second rotation, the 6th athlete to go. So her teammate goes out a couple of places after her. Paulina Guerra from Mexico, competing for Mexico. First time at an FIG event. Claire Pease, USA, also going. She'll be the last athlete out. And this is Emeshe Sij, 15-year-old. Pease looks really composed. She's just 16, remember, the Hawaiian. So the athletes just going through their final prep for this second rotation. MSJ Sij, she scored a 12.567 in qualification to qualify 7th. Finished 11th at the Baku World Cup on the uneven bars. 9th in the beam, in the balance beam. And of course, if you are wondering when we'll see the balance beam, well, that will happen in our second day of live coverage from Antalya tomorrow, where we have 5 more events to come. Men's vault, women's balance beam, men's parallel bars, women's floor and men's horizontal bar to come tomorrow. And of course, we've got one more event to come after the women's uneven bars today, and that is the men's rings. So if you are just joining us, then we're watching the warm-up for the second rotation of the women's uneven bars here at the Antalya Artistic Gymnastics World Cup. I must say, Ada Sij from Hungary just going through her last couple of rotations of the bars ahead of the conclusion of this women's competition. So the 1, 2, 3 at the halfway stage. Yang from the People's Republic of China ahead of her teammate Tian, and it's 3 bar of Slovenia sitting in 3rd place. But 4 more to come. And first up, it's the youngest member of the field from Dunaújváros in Hungary. It will be the 15-year-old Mese Ada Sij. So solid through the landing. She's waiting for her scores. .12.934 to get onto the provisional podium. And it's not quite enough. At 14,800 from Yang. Nearly a full point up from the next best. What can Jayla Hang do about this? The Bellevue, Washington State resident, just 17 years old. She only got a 12.833 in qualification. She's going to have another crack at it right now. Oh, and that's not going to help. Just got away from her a little bit. What a shame. But let's not forget, just 17 years old. If you like, the pressure's off a little bit now, and she can just go through her routine as though it was a training exercise. And that's a difficult transition from the low bar to the high bar. She winds it up for the dismount. Not bad at all. The fall will rule her out of contention. we wait for the confirmation of the final scores for Jayla Hang. But can pretty safely say that Yang has confirmed her place on the podium, with 2 athletes left to go. The worst she can finish is with bronze. Got to give it to Jayla Hang, having had the fall, knowing that the podium was out of reach. Could have let her head go down and forget about it. Coach intervening and saying, right, you got a chance to do this now with no pressure on you. Go out there and perform. You can then get an appreciation of what it's like to be in a high pressured situation and learn from it without having all that pressure on you, because you know the medal's gone. Good coaching. Got to wonder what's going through her head at the moment. Something along the lines of, get me out of here now. I know I've not got a medal. It's the last women's event of the day. I'm going to get myself down to the amphitheatre. Going to have a little sightseeing around the wonderful city of Antalya. Or perhaps have a little apple tea somewhere. Good to see her soaking it up. Just 17, remember. Fledgling career that has already been decorated quite substantially. Vault gold at the national championships, and there finally the score for 5th place as things stand. So now, the Mexican, Helena Guerra, 24 years old, from Monterrey. Originally competed for the United States of America, but switched to Mexico last year. Another disappointment there. Just got away from the bar a little bit. Getting straight back to the routine and wanting to land the dismount, because if you don't, you lose so many points. So more for the records than anything else, but can't see that challenging Yang or Tian at the moment, and I doubt it will get anywhere near 3 bar either. just caught onto that one, and then it was this transition, I believe, or this rotation that the fall came from right now. Just got a little bit away from the bar, but good on her to get back up and finish the dismount. Paulina Guerra from Mexico, competing for Mexico, awaiting her scores. Well, the fall and the difficulty levels contribute to an 11.367. So the last of the athletes coming out now, 16-year-old Hawaiian Claire Pease from the United States of America, 2024 US champion on the uneven bars, as well as the beam and the all-around, making a senior World Cup debut. Has already got herself a medal in the vault. What can she do on the bars? Those of the asymmetric variety. Looking to challenge the podium, she needs to beat 12.934. Looking solid. I fancy that Sia Hribar may be a little nervous. I'm not sure it's enough to chase down Tian Zhuofan, the People's Republic of China athlete in silver medal position. But if it starts with a 13, this is a podium. Second one of the day, if she can get it, from Claire Pease. The second podium of the day for the Hribar family, if Lucia can stay in third position. Brother Ance has taken a medal in the men's floor event, silver medal in fact. I see a good deal of camaraderie between the two US athletes, and that really is the future of women's gymnastics in the United States of America. Pease and Hang, just 16 and 17 years old. Everybody nervously looking on. I think we can safely say that Yang Fan Yu-wei is unlikely to get moved from top position with a 14.8 dead with her uneven bars routine. Chan Zhuofan, also from the People's Republic of China, with a 13.867 clear in the silver medal position. And then it's Lucia Hribar, who's probably going to be the most nervous at a 12.934. 4 could get threatened by Claire Pease right here. Pease just taking it in her stride. Tian on the phone with her US competitors right next to her. So they're trying to order their dinner. It's amazing how Claire Pease can stay so relaxed and composed, given that she's potentially going to get a second podium of the day here on her Senior World Cup debut. Well, high fives all around, and that is why it's not only good enough for the podium, it's good enough for silver. And Hribar has been demoted off the podium. Yang Fan Yuwei, top of the pile from the People's Republic of China. Claire Tian, Zhuo Fan